Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today we're going to do a little pond. And you'll see, this is for Froggy Friday from Girl in the Garage and from Lisa from Girl in the Garage and Karen from Dragon's Cave. I've already got my Teexpert resin mixed up. What I'm going to do is pour a little bit in the edges here. I'm just going to go with clear for right now. And we're going to mix in a little bit, or mix it. I can't even talk today. I'm going to make sure it goes into the corners. So that all the bubbles will come out, hopefully. Ain't nothing like having a bubble stuck to the side of these trays. I hate that because it ends up being sharp. Okay, let's let that sit there for a minute. Okay. I'm going to get out a little bit of this moss. I got this moss off of Temu. I'm just going to put a little bit around the edges. Well, I say a little bit, but I'm going to put some around the edges so that it looks kind of like a pond, sort of. Reason why I put the resin down first is because I wanted to make sure that this stuff here didn't hold bubbles. Maybe I should have put a little bit of this in the resin, but I didn't think about it until just the second. So what I'll do is I'll get a small cup. Let me find one. I got a mess over here. Good thing you don't see this mess. Because if you saw this mess, you'd know I was messy. Oh wait, you already do. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's put a little bit of this in here. Maybe that'll be a little better. I've not worked with this moss yet. Not really, except for to put a little bit around some stones and stuff. So we'll see how that works. Of course, it comes all out in one shot. It didn't do much. This is the part that takes forever. I want to thank everybody that came to my premiere today. I appreciate y'all. And in the live chat, we have so much fun when we do these Froggy Friday videos. We have like what they've made mention of to a video crawl, basically, a froggy crawl. I think that's adorable because we usually follow one another to their premieres. I know that my Froggy Friday video is usually not on my normal time that I film or that I usually put up, but it's okay. I'd rather you be able to be there in my premiere than not. So that's why I've changed the time. I usually post about 9:30 EST time. Instead of my normal 11 o'clock EST time. Okay, let's add a little more. Little more resin to go down into the, make sure hopefully there's no holes. All right, that's looking good. We'll put a little more on the inside here. This stuff is fun to work with. It's messy, and you know how I like to get messy. Hopefully I get that down enough to where it'll go under the top resin. To go under the top of the resin. There we go. Let's see. It's empty. I'm just putting a little bit on it so it'll hold it down. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to add some blue and green to it to make it look like a pond water. This is just my pigment for UV and resin. Whenever you're adding any kind of liquid to it, make sure you don't go over 10% of what's in there, because that will definitely not let it cure. I just need a few drops. Come on, blue. It's like it's plugged up, but it's not. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I just wanted a little bit. And I'm going to take all this little extra doodads I've got floating around here on my table. And put them in there so that it'll get all in there. Oop. I say that now, but you know. Here we go. I think I've got just enough. Maybe not. I might have to do some more. Move this around a little bit to get it in there. Use my little stick here. If there's any bubbles in there, I'm going to pop them and bring them out like I just did over here. Kind of thick right there. Okay. That looks like it'd be good. Just got to keep that moss down. And it's okay that it's all over the back like that. I want that. There we go. Bring you in a little bit. Because, you know, ponds always have that moss floating around and stuff. And tomorrow I will finish this. I'll be back when it's done. So I'll be back when it's cured. See you tomorrow. All right, I've got that cured. I went ahead and put a blue background on this because I had too much of that moss sticking up. So let's get this out of the mold. I'm gonna have some cleanup to do, but that's no big deal. Oh, that turned out beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this DTF sticker on here, my little froggy. And with DTF stickers, you just peel the back off. And then you place the DTF sticker where you want it. But once you put it down, it's stuck there. It's not coming off. So find your spot you want before you put it on there. Let's see. Want it right there. And push it down hard. And then find a corner of the plastic and peel the plastic back. Now, it turned out really cute. If you want to, you can put a top coat in here. You don't have to, but you can. I don't know if I think I'm going to, because that mold, I don't know how it happened, but that mold's got a mark right there. And that mark showed up right there. I don't know if you can see it. But I think I'm going to do some UV resin in here. So let me get out my UV resin lamp and my UV resin, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm using that UV resin right there, the Joy Arts. It's just the cheap one I got off of Amazon one day. Let's see. I'm not going to put a lot in there. There, that should be good. Let me spread it around. Find my tool. Like I told you before, this side over here is a mess. But I haven't had time to clean up nothing yet. It was my birthday last weekend. Well, yeah, you'll be watching this on Friday. So, yeah, it was my birthday last Saturday. So I kind of really didn't have time to do nothing much. Just spreading it around and putting it in the corners there. I need a little more. That wasn't quite enough. There. Once I put the top coat on it there, then it ends up going away. That spot I had right there. So I tend to always put some kind of covering on this. Let's see. with me doing it like I did, it gave it a nice 3D look with that water. Try to make sure I have no fish eyes or anything like that. No bubbles in the corner. I'm going to run over it with my long neck lighter. In case there's any bubbles whatsoever. There we go. Put it under the light, and I'll be back to you when this is cured. Well, that turned out amazing. I love it. See from the side, you can see that there doesn't seem to be many bubbles, if any. That turned out beautiful. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and it really helps my channel. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one. And don't forget to watch the rest of the Froggy Friday playlist. Bye for now.